Lance Reddick, star of John Wick and The Wire, dead at 60. Lance Reddick, an actor known for his performance as Cedric Daniels on The Wire and for his work in the John Wick franchise, has died, according to his representative, Mia Hansen. He was 60. Hansen said Reddick passed away suddenly on Friday morning from natural causes. Lance will greatly be missed, she said. Reddick, an actor whose captivating presence often landed him roles that required intensity and gravitas, began his career in the 90s, with credits in shows like New York Undercover and The West Wing. As a teenager growing up in Baltimore, he had intended to become a musician, he once told The Guardian. He fell into acting as a means of supporting his young family and in hopes of laying a base for a music career. He began earning roles in regional theater at 29. He applied and was accepted to Yale University to study drama, eventually graduating. In New York, he first auditioned for The Wire creator David Simon for his project The Corner, an HBO miniseries that came 2 years before Simon's The Wire. While Reddick was not in that project, he did go on to book his first regular role as HBO's Oz, where he played an undercover detective posing as an inmate. Eventually, Simon cast him as Narcotics Unit Lieutenant Daniels, a breakout role for Reddick. Although The Wire was never a huge hit, its acclaim among critics and within the industry was sky high. I thought it would be a hit, but I didn't appreciate that it would take so long to catch on, or that it would become this phenomenon, Reddick told The Guardian, or that it would be so ignored by the industry. That really floored me, because I knew how good we were. We all did. Reddick worked nearly non-stop in its aftermath, with a memorable part on Lost and regular roles in the Fox sci-fi series Fringe, Amazon's Bosch, and most recently, Netflix's version of Resident Evil. Reddick told the Los Angeles Times in 2019 that his Lost character was supposed to become a series regular, but plans changed when he booked a regular part on Fringe. Though, he said, even his short run on one of the biggest shows on television at the time introduced him to a new kind of fame. That was the first time fans were really weird. I was living in New York at the time, and it seemed like everybody was stopping me to talk about Lost. I went from small, niche notoriety to being completely recognizable, he said. In addition to the John Wick films, his supporting work in movies included One Night in Miami, Godzilla vs. Kong, and the upcoming remake, White Men Can't Jump. Despite his trademark intensity, Reddick also showed off a lighter side, guest starring in the sitcom Young Sheldon and the sketch show Key and Peele. Reddick was also the voice of Commander Zavala in Bungie's Destiny and Destiny 2 video games, the later of which saw a new expansion released in late February. Reddick was one of the handful of actors in the game that had a constant presence in the game but was never recast, and he had served as the voice of Destiny's Vanguard since 2014. He is set to appear in the fourth John Wick film, which will be released in theaters next weekend. Reddick is survived by his wife, Stephanie Reddick, and children, Yvonne Nicole Reddick and Christopher Reddick. Donations in his memory can be made to momcares.org in Baltimore, according to his representative. Lance Reddick, born June 7, 1962, was an American actor and musician. He was best known for playing Cedric Daniels in The Wire, Philip Rios in Fringe, and Chief Arvin Irving in Bosch. In film, he was best known for starring as Karen in the John Wick franchise and David Gentry in Angel Has Fallen. He was also known for portraying Detective Johnny Basil on Oz, Matthew Abaddon in Lost, and Albert Wesker in the Netflix series Resident Evil. He provided the voice and likeness for video game characters Martin Hatch in Quantum Break, Silence in Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West, and Commander Zavala in the Destiny franchise. Reddick was born in Baltimore, Maryland, the son of Dorothy G. and Solomon Reddick. He attended French School of Baltimore. As a teenager, he studied music at the Peabody Preparatory Institute and a summer program teaching music theory and composition at the Walden School. Reddick studied classical music composition at University of Rochester's Eastman School of Music, earning a Bachelor of Music degree. He moved to Boston, Massachusetts in the 1980s. Reddick attended the Yale School of Drama in the early 1990s, receiving a Master of Fine Arts degree in 1994. Reddick was cast as Cedric Daniels in the HBO series The Wire, after having also auditioned for roles of Bubbles and Burke Moreland. He joined the ABC series Lost in 2008, where he played Matthew Abaddon, an employee of Charles Widmore, in multiple episodes. He was the third of 5 actors from the HBO series Oz to star in the drama. Lost producers Damon Lindelof and Cartland Cuss said that they were interested in Reddick for the part of Mr. Echo, but he was unavailable due to the filming of The Wire, so they approached Adewale Akinnuoye-Baje instead. Reddick released his debut album Contemplations and Remembrance in 2007, and in early 2008, he was cast in a key role for the pilot of Fringe, in which fellow Oz actor Kirk Acevedo also had a regular role. Reddick played Philip Rios, the head of the FBI department investigating paranormal activities. Reddick described the hard-driving character as a real hard-ass, but he's also one of the good guys. Like Lost, Fringe was co-created and produced by J.J. Abrams. There was some doubt about whether Reddick could appear in both Lost and Fringe in 2008-2009 television season. However, Abrams stated that although Reddick was a series regular on Fringe, he would do episodes of Lost whenever required. Reddick appeared in the 2013 thriller White House Down. He starred in the YouTube web series Drone, where he was also credited as a co-producer. In 2014, Reddick appeared as Karen in the action thriller film John Wick, a role he had reprised in the 2 sequels. In July of 2021, it was confirmed that Reddick would reprise his role in John Wick Chapter 4. He voiced the character Commander Zavala in the 2014 and 2017 video games Destiny and Destiny 2 respectively. Also in 2014, he started portraying the role of Chief Irvin Irving in the Amazon Prime series Bosch. Comparing his 3 large roles as police commanders, Reddick stated Daniels, his character from The Wire, was a cop at heart. Brios, his French character, was a soldier, while Irving is the quintessential politician. Reddick was a spokesperson in television commercials for Cree LED bulbs. In 2016, Reddick was cast in the post-apocalyptic horror film The Domestics. The film was released on June 28, 2018. Reddick later starred in the 2018 horror thriller film Monster Party. He also voiced the character Silence in the 2017 video game Horizon Zero Dawn and reprised his role in the sequel Horizon Forbidden West. In 2021, Reddick appeared in the film Godzilla vs. Kong. In 2022, Reddick portrayed Albert Wesker in the live-action Resident Evil series from Netflix, which was cancelled after 1 season. He will appear posthumously as the Greek god Zeus in the upcoming series Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Disney Plus adaptation of the book series of the same name. The Wire and John Wick actor Lance Reddick's last words before he died. Wanting to die since you ask, most days I cannot remember. I walk in my clothing, unmarked by that voyage. Then, the most unnameable lust returns. Even then, I have nothing against life.